Yo, what's going on, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. This is beginning with the news and talking about the brand new event that's going to be coming to Global maybe next week because they're giving an early teaser in this. We're going to be going over that event and talking about it. I'll also give you some teaser information about the event and also give you a preliminary guide of what to do. So, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
私の力を認めることになるわよ。
Oh, that's so waifu. Oh, that is such a good thumb! Yo, she's so waifu.
本当の災いはこれからよ。
Yes, dude. I'm so excited for this.
今ここに降臨せよ。
Just ate Arthur.
私をコケにするなんて許さない。
There's a mono red team right there. Yes, dude, I'm excited. So, as you can see, the Evil Lilia event is coming. It will be here as early as next week, it looks like. So, it looks like we're going to be getting the Evil Lilia event. I'm super excited about this. I've been waiting for this event for a while. Evil Lilia is extremely waifu, and we're going to be talking about that event, and I'm going to go over some strategies that you can use, as well as some units you can build out for this event. There's going to be specific units that will be very, very good for this event, but a lot of them you're already going to have built out, so you can be very excited about this. We're going to be going over some of the cosmetics, some of the characters that come along with this event, and over all those things. So, guys, let's go jump into those. Alrighty, guys. So, to go over this really quickly, I don't have a lot of time. I'm trying to edit another video and export it right now, so I can't use a lot of different screens. But I wanted to go over the two units that came out at the same time as the original the original Evil Lilia event. The first character, of course, was Blue Eastin, and then I've gone over in many videos, of course, already. And the other character that came out was Red Mono, both of which are very interesting units that you can use in your kit, and they are really kind of Mono is kind of meh, and wasn't really the best unit in launch, and then Blue Eastin is a really good replacement for Hellbrum on a lot of your teams. So and that's Green Hellbrum, not Blue Hellbrum. So overall, I'm going to be doing a PvP showcase for both of those guys, so you can actually see how they work, and you can see those guys sometime in the next couple days here, so you can see those. And we'll also be I'll go over some of the things that you get in this event. Okay, as far as the Evil Lilia raid goes, some of the units that are extremely good of this are, of course, we got Red Derriere, Escanor, both of them are really good. Gother, Blue King is very, very good for this because he has a cleanse ability on, I believe, the red variant as well as the blue variant, both good for that. The green variant, obviously, Red Derriere or the Red Escanor, both are extremely good for that variant. Arthur is good for pretty much every variant if you want. His debuff immunity is really, really nice. But if you do go on the blue variant, make sure that you bring a Merlin or something like that to roll back the ultimates. Another good character, of course, is Green Estarossa, whose counters are here are very, very, very nice. Attack Defense Estarossa, if you have one right now that's already built out, it's extremely good for this, so make sure you use it for this. Other than that, there aren't really a ton of other good units that you can use for this. Merlin is one of my favorite units to use for this. You can use the Blue Arthur for this. It is a little bit tricky to crit the red variant. It's a little bit tricky to crit the red variant, but you can do it. If you're going to use Blue Arthur, you can then, of course, use Death Pierce and then try to use, finagle away to get some crits in. I would use this as a Merlin support for the Arthur, so you can do some damage there. That's a good unit for it. There aren't really too many other extremely good units, but Red Derriere, both of the Escanors, Blue Arthur, Green Merlin, Estarossa, very good units for this. All good single target hitters that are very good for this. You can use characters like Blue Lizok if you want to, but Ultimate Gauge Rollback is more your friend on this fight, so I would really start going toward that direction. And then Blue King for the cleansing and healing is very good for two of the variations if you do have some issues. All right, so as you can see here, each of these little side things right here are like a little stages. They're all boss stages that you have to clear. And you can see with the progress meters and everything that you have to clear a certain number of stages. Once your progress meter fills all the way up, of course, the boss will spawn just like any other boss stage. And once that happens, you get one of 3 different variants for the fight. You either get the red variant, the blue variant, or the green variant of the Evil Lilia fight. I have 2 of the 3 recorded for you guys, so you can kind of see what some of the teams are you can use against them, and I'll go over some of the best units you can actually build out, of course, use against these fights. Alright guys, so we're going to go over the new Lilia raid. If you guys don't know how this works, the Lilia raid is versus the evil version of Lilia, and she waifu AF. During this raid, there are 2 different phases. In the first phase, what's going to happen is that Lilia is going to do damage to you and gain ultimate gauge. At maximum ultimate gauge, she is going to have the ability to make it so that you are not able to have any buffs on your characters. As in, she will have a full cleanse on every character on the field, making it so that you have no buffs at all. Every other turn, Lilia is going to put up a debuff on every character on your team. And the debuff is going to be attack down, debuff, and buff skill disable. So, sorry, not attack skill disable, but attack down 20%, and it's going to be buff and debuff skill disable. On the other turns, she's going to then do ignite damage, regular damage, etc., and just do massive amounts of damage. The main strategy for this fight is big PP damage and using Arthur buff or using Blue King in order to make sure that you don't take the massive hits. Depending on the characters that you'll be using for this, Derriere is the primo unit for 2 different versions. She's a very good unit for both the red version of this fight as well as the green version of this fight. However, the blue version of this fight, of course, she may not be as good for, but she can do. Typically, I use a green Escanor on that one just because, you know, it's a little bit easier to go with debuff immunity, and typically people go with like an Estarossa style strategy on that one so that you can get the full counter and then you can get lots of damage in. You can see here, we're using an ultimate gauge rollback from Escanor in order to get the maximum amount of damage. I'm going to go ahead and use a damage card here and see if we can get some big paper damage in. Unfortunately, though, with this fight, it's going to be kind of difficult to get everything done that we need to get done if we don't get the cards. Without enough ulti levels, it's going to be a little bit harder. The best unit, in my opinion, for this fight is like all around is Derriere for an attack boosting unit because she does massive damage herself and she's just an overall good unit. Arthur is probably the other unit you use. Green Estarossa is a fantastic unit for this fight as well because Green Estarossa is going to be able to have a debuff immunity on this fight, giving him the potential to block out any kind of debuff, steal, stand skills, etc., and will constantly counter the Lilia boss on the blue variant. However, the other 2 variants, he's kind of useless. Alright, so right here, what I'm going to do is we have the Lilia over here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to use 1, 2, and then I'm just going to do... I'm going to do another move here, because I don't know, this might be enough damage. If it is enough damage, great. If it isn't enough damage, then no harm, no foul. Because we would have never had it anyways. Alright, we never would have had it, unless I had done damage. So that's what he gets for holding off his damage cards the entire time. Now we both lost our buffs. Feels bad. So right here, I'm gonna at least now we can show it off. So now you can see the boss has that 3 ultimate gauge. They'll go then do 6 ultimate gauge, and then we're gonna lose all our Derriere buffs as well as the entirety of our buffs on the team. But because I knew that eventually it was probably gonna happen anyways, we are going to. I saved an Arthur buff just in case for this eventuality. So I just wanted to show it. All right. So what I'm gonna do here is save my Derriere cards, use these cards here, and we're just gonna go up to the next phase. On the second phase, I have the Arthur buff ready for everything, and he's going to have his Derriere cards ready here too, so I don't need to do more about it. But I got enough for his Amplify, so we're fine. Boom, we got the kill. He's got Escanor ulti, and I got Arthur ulti, which is what I want to use. Second phase comes out here. The second phase is arguably more difficult, so just watch out for this. You want to save your ultimates for this phase. I made sure that he would have his ultimate up so he'd be able to do it. I'm going to use a buff card here so that he is a buff, make sure he has something. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop 2 Derriere cards here just for ramping my ulti, and then he's going to drop his ulti to finish. If he's smart. I don't know if he's smart. Why? just hit him, bro. Just hit him. He doesn't think he has enough damage. Okay, the big pay damage from Escanor. Boom. And then just Derriere ramps here. The boss has a decent amount of defense and resistance and everything. You can see that we're doing about, my one starts from Derry only doing about 58k. Typically, you see about like 100,000 damage on fights with her. If you're gonna be using, if you have buffs on your character. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm just gonna do this, this, and this. I'm gonna finish it out. And then kaplow. Combination, bro! The fight is overly not that difficult, and when you finish the fights, you get these catalysts here, as well as the dark and red, the red and the dark catalysts, as well as, you know, the other thing was a mission reward from the new thing. All right, so we're on the blue variant for this, and I got a guy that's not bringing Gother, so this could be interesting. I don't know how it's gonna go. He brought Estarossa, so hopefully his stats are good. I have no idea. Let's go find out. They're over 200k, so it should be fine, right? All right, so we're just bringing Broskinor. Essentially, the strategy is pretty simple. You just hit him. You just hit him. All right, so I'm gonna go with one of these, and then one of these. It's just gonna rush my Escanor ulti instantly, and we're just gonna hit the guy. Cool. Blue sun. I guess the blue one you can't crit as much. I'm curious if the blue one takes crits. I'm gonna let him go first because I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna ulti. Okay, so he's ulting here. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop one of these, and then drop one of these. Because it doesn't matter if we rush the second phase without two ultis here. Okay, and this will finish him off. I haven't crit once. So the blue one has higher crit resistance. I haven't tried Zeldris crit though. The only thing that's crit is Zeldris. All right, here's the Broskin though. There we go, there's the crit. What's the 1-star do? Only 36k. That crit is okay, so his crit resist defense is way higher on this version. So it looks like each version has different substats. So it looks like the red version has very low crit defense, whereas the blue version has very high crit defense. So you do very similar crit damage on all characters here. Alright, so we're gonna go with an Escanor multi-rush here. Just getting all Escanor cards. The nice thing about Escanor for this fight, and the reason most people choose him, is because he's debuff immune, and you don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, that did exactly the same amount of damage before, so it's just way high crit defense. So it looks like no matter what, you're gonna kind of like you're gonna play around with different strategies. This is how you can actually beat this pretty easily without going through just using cards. So no matter what, it's a interesting fight. So in the shop here, the shop's gonna have two different currencies. The first currency is for the cosmetics and everything else you have to buy. So you can use the red ones that you get for buying cosmetics and such. So now this is the cosmetic piece for Roxy. And then this is like a headpiece for Shin and a weapon for Shin down here. I'll go ahead and buy that weapon for Shin real quick. And you can see you get the rewards pretty quickly. And if I wanted to buy these, which are cosmetic upgrades, with the 200 I have right now, I can go ahead and buy 43 of those. You can see it's going to take a little bit of time to get these done. I've done about 5 runs or so already. But the other things that you can notice here, that they have these Lilia cosmetics. There's going to be some Eastin and Mono cosmetics. All of these cosmetics for UR equipment were here the last time the shop came around. And if you did get them last time, they are locked out. So it looks like they're just going to have a bunch of cosmetics and stuff that whenever they want this Lilia raid to return, that will always return. So when the next set of original characters come out, they're probably just gonna have the same cosmetics here and the newest cosmetics for the newest OCs there as well. There might also be some other rewards that they might add to this to keep players that have been playing this for a while interested in this mode. But a lot of free cosmetics for the OC characters here, which is really, really nice, and the main reason people do this. Next up, we got 2 other things that might come out with the Evil Lilia event, because these things came out with the last Evil Lilia event, and they were actually data mined as part of the packets that came in as far as missions that we can do. So these might actually come next week. I'm not actually sure. I'm just throwing it in here because, you know, it was in here. So whatever. The next thing we got is this brand new event that allows you to choose once per day a reward you get. Obviously, I'm picking diamonds here. And then there's a card thing that comes out. This card thing comes out. It says you have tries, so I'm just gonna click something. We got a chalice. Got one of these. And then we got one of these. We got one of these. One of these. One of these. And one of these. So once you finish the board, you just hit reset up here, and then you can then reset the board. So obviously I'm out of keys, so I'll have to get some more keys throughout doing the content. I get some from completing Lilia raids, completing missions, etc. And then once I'm all done with that, I will then reset the board, and then you get more stuff. But the Lilia raids popped up, so I'll see you guys in a bit. The other thing we got is there's a new time attack mission. These time attack missions are different missions that pop up that you basically will have a full day to do. If you don't complete them in a full day, then they disappear and you do not get them. So you can see for receiving this, I get okay, click the reward, yes, the reward is now completed, and boom, you're done. So the time attack, again, up here, make sure to do it. Hey guys, my name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know what you like in the comment section down below. I threw in a new intro today. I hope you like it. But have a great day, guys. Peace.